Okay, checking out the AI agent store again, like we do. And Microsoft Fabric caught my eye this time.
I saw that too. We've been looking over the info they have on the website, trying to get a handle on it
Right. So the plan today is, figure out what Microsoft Fabric actually is, what's it supposed to do, who is it really for?
and why it might be relevant, especially that stuff about real-time insights and automation.
Exactly. So let's start there. What is Microsoft Fabric, basically?
Well, from what the site says, it's pitched as this unified platform for analytics, all sorts of data stuff,
Unified, meaning,
meaning it integrates things that often live separately, data engineering, data warehousing, even AI. It puts them all together.
ah,
The goal, it seems, is to help organizations get those insights faster, automate more tasks. It's a single sauce solution.
so it pulls in existing Microsoft tools. Like which ones?
Yeah, exactly. Think Azure Data Factory. That's for moving data around, right?
Yeah, ETL stuff.
And Synapse, analytics, for the warehousing and big data processing. And of course, Power BI for making sense of it visually.
Okay, so they're all meant to work together seamlessly within Fabric now.
That's the idea. One place to manage all that data infrastructure makes it more efficient, hopefully.
Less juggling between different systems, I guess.
Precisely. Should streamline the whole process from raw data to actual insight. That's the promise, anyway.
Okay, got it. Now, the website mentions some specific capabilities. Anything jump out at you?
Definitely the real-time intelligence feature. That sounds pretty significant.
Real time. What does that entail?
It's designed specifically for handling, like, huge volumes of data that change constantly. Think sensor data, IoT devices, maybe live transaction streams.
Oh, wow. Okay, stuff that needs immediate attention.
Exactly. Processing and analyzing it on the fly so you can see what's happening as it happens.
That could be huge for certain sectors, logistics, finance, manufacturing, maybe.
For sure. And it's not just about the speed. There's a big AI piece too, right?
Ah, yes, the AI agents. What's the story there?
Well, Fabric lets you build AI agents. These can automate tasks, sure, but also help uncover, deeper insights from the data using AI.
So AI doing some of the analytical heavy lifting.
Kind of. It really feeds into that goal of making smarter, faster decisions based on all the information you're gathering.
Makes sense. So who should be paying closest attention to this? Who is Fabric really built for?
The website lists a few specific roles: data analysts, BI professionals.
The usual suspects for data platforms.
Right. Also, data engineers make sense given the integration aspect, and IT managers.
Okay, so if you listening fall into one of those buckets or work with those teams, this is probably something to keep an eye on.
Definitely worth exploring further, it seems.
Now, they mentioned something about its level of autonomy, describing it as quite high. What's that about in this context?
Yeah, that was an interesting phrase. Their explanation is that because it's so integrated, like an end-to-end thing, it reduces the need to rely on a bunch of separate third-party tools that you normally have to stitch together yourself.
Okay, so the autonomy isn't about the AI making decisions on its own, but more about the platform being self-contained, less external plumbing needed.
Exactly.
Right.
Fewer moving parts to manage independently. They mentioned a couple of things that help with this. One lake is one.
One lake.
Yeah, it sounds like a centralized data lake or storage layer, a single place for all the data with governance built in, sort of a single source of truth.
Okay, that could simplify things.
And they also point to built-in Copilot and Azure AI integration. Suggests AI features are pretty deeply embedded, not just bolted on. There's probably more detail if you dig deeper on their site.
Right. Okay, let's talk practical uses. The website listed some key use cases, didn't it?
It did. First is just that core idea, integrating data engineering, warehousing, analytics, all in one spot.
The unification thing again.
Yep. Second, using that real-time intelligence we talked about for immediate business insights, spotting trends or issues instantly.
Like maybe fraud detection or monitoring supply chains live.
Could be, yeah. Third is using those AI agents to automate tasks and workflows,
Yeah,
freeing up people for more complex stuff.
makes sense. And the last one.
Just generally improving decision-making across the business using AI-driven analytics, using the insights Fabric surfaces.
So it covers quite a range, from the foundational integration to the high-level AI insights.
That seems to be the scope they're aiming for, breaking down those traditional silos between different data functions.
Okay, so what's the word on the street? What are people actually saying about Fabric? Any community feedback mentioned?
Well, the AI agent store page gives a little glimpse. Some positive points were highlighted.
Such as?
A big one is the concept itself unifying all those Azure data services, People see that as a smart move, potentially simplifying workflows quite a bit.
Yeah, that seems to be the recurring theme. Makes sense that would be appreciated.
Definitely. And another positive mention is just the potential it has, especially with Microsoft pushing it so hard.
Right, when Microsoft puts its weight behind something.
It tends to get resources and development.
Yeah.
So there's a sense it could become a really significant platform down the line. The site suggests there's more positive feedback available too.
Always good to hear the positives. But what about the flip side? Any criticisms or concerns mentioned?
The website does acknowledge that negative opinions exist in the community,
Mm.
but the specifics. Well, they seem to be behind a premium membership or require further access on the site. So we know critiques are out there, but we don't have the details right now.
Okay. Good to know they exist, even if we don't know the why just yet. What other key details did the site provide? Practical stuff.
Let's see. Pricing model is paid, which you'd expect for something like this.
Enterprise software, yeah.
It's also closed source, so no tinkering with the underlying code.
Standard for Microsoft products, mostly.
Right. It mentions a popularity level around the 60% mark, and the main industries are what you'd guess. Business intelligence, data analytics, IT.
Okay. And any tags associated with it, like keywords?
Yeah, a few useful ones. Data analytics, real-time intelligence, AI automation, data integration, and business intelligence. Pretty much sums up what we've been talking about.
Okay, so wrapping our heads around the info from the AI agent store, Microsoft Fabric is really trying to be that one-stop shop for enterprise data and AI.
That's the core message, yeah. A single integrated platform to manage data, get real-time insights, and automate using AI, breaking down barriers.
So a question for you listening, as data keeps piling up and AI gets more critical, how do you think a platform like Microsoft Fabric might reshape how your organization or organizations, handle analytics and automation?
It's definitely something to think about. That integration could change workflows significantly.
You can find the information we discussed today and explore other AI tools over at aiagentstore.ai.
Definitely worth checking out.
Thanks for joining us for this look at Microsoft Fabric.
And if you found this useful, please do take a second to rate the show. It really helps.